Comes again. I got him. Come here. Got himself all tangled up. There's a good one to start it with. They are finicky. Pliers on him. It is the week of Thanksgiving, and we're out here ice fishing, catching nice walleyes like that. This is a perfect eater. They're pretty too. We get him back. Said it's the week of Thanksgiving, and we're out here ice fishing right now, and we got lots of ice. This has been a really good year. We got about 8 inches, 8.5 inches right now. It's just getting into prime time right now. The sun's starting to go down. And boy, we got a good one here today. This is going to be fun. We're going to catch a lot of fish. But let me get this all figured out, and I'll kind of give you tips on what we're using, what we're at, what kind of spots I'm looking for at early ice like this. There he goes. It's nice this early season. You can kind of watch your bobber. He's just going, the bobber's right under here now. Let's see what we got. Right out of his mouth. That's a bummer. So while we got him in it here, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about being safe out on the ice this early year. This is a great time of year to get out fishing. You can catch a lot of fish. They're still hungry from the fall, but you got to be safe about it. You know, DNR's got great pamphlets and everything about how thick the ice should be before you walk on it, drive an ATV, drive your car, and such forth. But you really got to be careful, and you should never go out alone, especially early ice, because you just don't know what happened. That ice can freeze over, and you can have 3-4 inches in one spot and 1 inch right next to it. So you just really got to be careful. Always make sure you got a pair of picks around your neck, and keep a spud bar with you to check as you keep going. And you should have about 3 to 4 inches minimum just to walk out by yourself with limited gear. And I'm not talking permanent fish house or anything. I'm talking just to go take a bucket out and sit in the ice. Give about 3-4 inches just to be safe. And like I said, always bring a buddy with you, because things can happen and you don't want to be out here by yourself if something does happen. So just be safe about it. Check ice, you know, talk to people around the area, see what they've been checking ice on lakes. And one way to get out maybe a little bit earlier is you can look at these smaller lakes first. Smaller lakes usually will freeze over a little faster. And snow cover, everything kind of plays an effect of how the ice freezes and the conditions of the ice. You know, you want good black clear ice. That's your best ice. But if you get snowfall, that can hinder everything. And so you just want to be careful. Just check your ice thicknesses and make sure you're safe when you're out here doing this, because no fish is worth your life. Well, we got a whole bunch down there. Now, when you get them on a bobber like this, you want to watch. The bobber's going down, and what that bobber will do is it'll go, then it'll stop, and then it'll go again. There, he just took off again. And when they stop, that means they're getting that thing in their mouth. There, I got him. Ooh. This guy's got some shoulders on him. That's a little snake. I'm pretty sure he just tangled all my lines up. But it's a fish, I'll take him. So one thing about these shallow lakes like that is you're in the territory of a lot of different species at the same time. Yeah, he's got a mess in here. Well, not a bad little northern, especially for first ice like that. Get him back. But you want to watch your bobbers like that. There's a lot of people just assume as soon as their bobber goes down, they can set the hook. And you need to let it wait like that, because those fish, they'll grab it first. They'll run a little ways, they'll stop, then they'll put the whole bait in their mouth. So you just wait that little extra second and you can watch that bobber stop, and once it starts going again, then you can hit them hard. Something's trying to come up off the bottom. Oh! So what I got going on here is I'm just using a Swedish pimple, and then my other line I've got, because you can have two lines in the wintertime. My other line I've got a stationary or bobber line, and my jigging line, because I always want to be jigging something. Jigging, just even if they're not hitting it, it attracts the fish. But I got a Swedish pimple with a minnow head on, and it's dark water, so I got a little bit brighter colors on today. And right now this lake that we're on, this is a little bit of a smaller lake, and it's the main forage in this lake is perch, so we're a little shallower than I usually would be this time of year. We're in 16 feet of water, and I'm fishing right outside the weed line. I'm actually about 5-6 feet off the weed line, and these fish are just cruising around up here waiting on these perch. Have been coming through all day, and these fish are just now, these walleyes are coming after these perch. There's another one right down there. And the most important piece of this whole system is your depth finder. These fish are very finicky. They don't like a lot of movement right now, just from what I've seen so far. And if I didn't have that depth finder, I wouldn't have caught that last fish, because it's just that important to learn how to use it and learn how to read it. I've been waiting for this guy. I've been watching him on the depth finder for about 10 minutes. He's just been sitting here. And these fish, usually this time of year, they're really aggressive, but we had a cold front come through yesterday, and I think that just slowed him down a little bit. But he's got it down 6 inches. He's just holding it there. I'm just letting him eat. There, he finally took it under. We've seen a lot of fish come through tonight, and everything's just been very, very finicky. And I think the big thing is that cold front that moved through yesterday, and now it's got really cold again today. You know, yesterday we had about 20-degree weather, and today is one maybe 2 degrees out. So that can have a big effect. You know, even a wind, even though you think ice has covered the lake and they're not going to be able to tell when there's wind, but they can tell. I think this guy's good to go here. I hope so. This is the same thing I do here, like when we Lindy rigged. You want to make sure you get all your slack up. There, I got him. That's a nice fish here. I got light line on it. Ooh, that looked like a nice fish. I don't know tell what it is yet. It might be a northern the way he's running. But you gotta watch your edges of your holes, especially at night when it's hard to see. That's something nice. He sure is fighting. He took it down like a big walleye, but it can be deceiving at night. Oh yeah, that's a nice walleye. Come on. Look at that pig. That is a nice walleye, early season, early ice like this. Ah, that's what you come out early season for. See where he's got that hook. He can have that. Early ice, sometimes it can be a pain, but it's worth it this time of year. That is a nice fish right there. Pretty. Watch your ice conditions. Pick a good spot. You want to find those weed lines, like I said. I was talking about these shallow lakes and perch is the main forage. Pick a good spot for your lake, and you can get some nice walleyes like this early in the year. That is beauty. Away she goes. Somebody else is going to catch her. What a way to end it. So watch those ice conditions, pick a good spot, and get out here and try some different baits and that. And you catch some nice walleyes like that in early ice like this. So you guys have a good one. We'll see you next week.